What's going on, my friends? Welcome to episode 45 of the Get Your Game On podcast, bringing you the hottest takes, latest stories, and spicy picks around New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, national, and international sports. Hosted by yours truly, Grassani, joined us around by Alex Reich and Samuel Morell. You can listen to the podcast right now on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Get Your Game On P. With all that said, it's time to get your game on. Hey guys, what's up?
Hey.
What's good?
Yo, it's good. Alex, I see a little smirk there. Why?
How about them Tampa Bay Rays?
I got a better one. I got a better one. I got a better
That's
one. I got a better one. How about them Atlanta Braves?
That's rough. It's rough. Listen. All I gotta say is the Blue Jays won the first game, the Red Sox won the first game, and what happened to both of them? That's all I gotta say.
Okay. All right, before we get started, yeah, I'll mention it. We do want to wish, I believe it's today, right, Sam? Samuel?
Yeah.
It was Sammy's, what was it, 21st, 20th?
20th, not 21st yet.
Okay.
21st, something else was happening.
Okay, it was, they were recording this, obviously this podcast is going up October 2nd, but October 1st, it was Samuel Morell's birthday, so
Thank you. I feel very old already, and I'm only 20.
You feel a lot. Think about me. I'm 25, huh? And that's how old I feel.
I'm 24.
Listen, I get kids every day. I say YOLO, and they look at me like, what the hell does that even mean? So,
Yeah, I mean, life is good. What else can you say?
hey, when life's going up, life's going up.
you in these times, you really have to like take as much positivity whenever you can. You know,
Pretty much.
Oh, Cam. Sorry. I keep
Cam?
all right.
I keep thinking of my.
All right. All right. For the record, do you prefer Samuel, Sammy, or Sam? Pick one right now.
Samantha.
If you're serious, we'll go ahead and we'll start that.
No.
Okay.
Sam.
All right.
Sam's good.
We'll call you Sam. All right, Alex, go ahead.
Tomorrow is a big day at TCNJ. It's homecoming day.
Oh, nice. I
So
believe tomorrow's Montclair State's homecoming day too. I believe it's Montclair State's homecoming day too.
yeah.
We don't have homecoming at FDU.
Really?
I don't think we do. Or we did, and I just missed it. Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Actually, this Friday, October was also College Radio Day, and I got a shout out as a alumni from there. I got a shout out my college radio station WMSC, the best college, officially ranked the best college radio station in the nation. It was College Radio Day, and they had a blast there. So
Nice.
shout out to WMSC. I can tell you a bunch of stories. Like I hosted my own sports talk show there for like a year. Like, oh my god, I can tell you. So next time I see you, I'm gonna tell you a bunch of stories. I promise that.
I can't wait for that, actually.
Okay, but guys, let's dive in. We are gonna talk about baseball because this is definitely gonna be a very baseball heavy show. I promise you. But I wanted to get this story out of the way. Obviously, we try not to be a quote unquote political show here, but when it comes to stories like this, I feel like we kind of have no choice, and that is like with baseball and basketball and hockey season like right around the corner. There's a lot of controversy with some players refusing take the COVID-19 vaccine, and as we know, and both the leagues have different policies. Like the NBA one has I believe a very strict one where like you can't like at least for New York or San Francisco, where if you don't get the vaccine, you can't play at your team's home game aims I believe. And for NHL, I believe you can't play games like across the border. So
I think like what's it called for the NBA? NHL may be different, but for the NBA specifically, it's like they're basically, it's like you have to kind of get the vaccine.
Yeah.
Or you go through the entire process of having to just keep testing for COVID every week like they used to, with the swabs up the nose and with the mouth.
And they said like any game that where you miss for COVID-19, you they said like any game that you miss, like you don't get paid. So NBA is really coming out hard. I mean, NHL's coming out down hard on it too, but not as much as the NBA, I think. And there's a lot of players that are reportedly like refusing like the vaccine. I mean, we'll get into them. Kyrie Irving's like apparently not vaccinated yet. Bradley Beal's not vaccinated yet. The whole situation with Andrew Wiggins. Mackenzie Blackwood of the New Jersey Devils is not vaccinated yet, though he did say that he hasn't ruled out getting the vaccine, which is like how you just shrug at that, like, oh, you have all this time to get the vaccine, you get all this time to get the vaccine, and which, I mean, there's so many angles you could break this down. And this is where we fortunately have to get to a whole quote unquote political aspect of it, is that people argue, well, it's like you're right to not get the vaccine and stuff. Like I'm just like and stuff. And here's what I'll say to that. Yes, it is technically if you like don't feel comfortable with the vaccine, fine. And I'm not trying to attack anyone who is genuinely like has concerns about the vaccine, because like for all we know, like let's say like one of these players like talk to their doctors, there's something there where that makes them hesitant to get the vaccine, like I'm not their doctor, so I can't like really judge that if that is the case. But there's a lot of these players who are apparently taking like, who are strictly not taking the vaccine out of like a political stand. I just think that's ridiculous. Like really.
No, yeah, what's it called? This is just my opinion personally, and this is just based on the vaccine.
Yeah.
If it was where it's like these are just regular people, ordinary people like us, not like superstar athletes or like professionals that are getting paid. If there was just like, a regular businessman that goes to work and he's like that type of guy and he doesn't want to get the vaccine, all right, he has that right, because there's still other ways to prevent it. He could just wear a mask. He could get tested regularly. That's all fine. But this is your job. It's like, it's not where it's like, oh, now we're getting to territory where we're, doing stuff. It's like, no, this is your job. Your job is to get the vaccine so you're allowed to play. Like, this is what you signed up for.
Yeah.
And if this was where it's like, oh, it's just another variant of the flu, but it wasn't that bad, that would be fine. Before the vaccine, we have to remember 500,000 people I'm pretty sure the U.S. alone died. 500,000 people.
What's the death toll now at?
It's around like 600,000 now.
I think at 600,000. Is it at 700,000 yet?
Maybe. I think it's getting close to that.
I'll have to look up. It's been a while since I checked.
Yeah, you do that while I continue talking.
Go ahead.
So, but yeah, it's like, this is your job. You signed up for this, and we keep forgetting, like, in 2012, I think, for example, that was a lockdown shortened season where there was like, it was either 2008 or 2012, one of those two seasons, or maybe in between. There was a lockdown shortened season because of the SARS outbreak or something like that. So this isn't new. This isn't like, oh, the NBA is just now making up rules and doing this and that. They're doing this to, one, protect the players, but two, and more importantly, to protect the fans, because Unlike the players who are getting trained, getting healthy, the fans aren't. Some fans go in there and they are sick to the bone. Like, they can literally just sniff the air, and next thing you know, they have a fever. So now imagine if a player gets COVID and they play in an arena and they spread that to one fan. That's going to spread to 10,000 other people.
Exactly.
So, and it's not like where it's like, oh, the fans, they need to do better. It's okay, the fans, if they have a vaccine card, which New York in general is just making you do that in order to like enter restaurants or stadiums. They're saying you have to have the vaccine card. If you don't have the vaccine card, maybe they'll allow you, but you have to wear a mask the entire time. And you have to get like scanned and all this stuff. So it's like, that's my issue with like Kyrie Irving and Bradley Beal and Andrew Wiggins doing this. It's like, you're not an average person. You're not a fan. You're a professional. You're getting paid millions upon millions of dollars. In terms of Kyrie Irving, he's getting paid over $100 million.
And he's going to be playing on a team that that if they stay healthy, it's expected to win the championship.
Expected to win. There's only two teams. There's literally two teams that I expect to contend with them. The Lakers, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And the Bucks, just because the Bucks are a lot bigger and because the Nets really don't have an answer for someone like a Giannis.
Exactly. I mean, I think it's a very kind of similar situation like Sam. I think it's a very situation to where Stephen A. Smith and his stay off the weed rants, where it's like it's not that like I necessarily have a problem with athletes like smoking weed. I don't have a problem with it at all. But at the end of the day, like is it worth? At the end of the day, we could debate about other leagues' marijuana rules for hours, but at the end of the day, is it worth you costing like you millions of dollars?
No,
like, is avoiding the vaccine worth it? If I told you like hey Sam, if I told you hey you could you could get paid like millions of dollars to for your dream job, like playing like to be a basketball player, to be like a hockey player, stuff like that. You could get paid millions of dollars and live out your dream, and you would like throw that away just to dodge a vaccine.
Yeah, and
I don't get it. Like I don't get it. Like I said, unless they have some sort of like unless there's something that their docs are telling that we don't know about, which
it's like and it'd be one thing if it was like, oh, like what was the vaccine that like people were saying like causes autism or something?
What?
There was a vaccine where it's like it was a rumor where it's like, oh, apparently it causes autism or some side effect. I'm not sure.
Honestly, with today's political climate, I'm not surprised that rumor got out.
Yeah. And this was like one of the early vaccines. Even if it was like one of those type of things where it's like, okay, it's a rumor that you can get some type of mental disease or something like that. Okay, I get that. There's literally no rumor about the vaccine. It's considered like over like 95 to 99.9% safe.
Yeah.
Like, there's almost nothing wrong with it. Like they can't find anything wrong with it. And the fact that they're now making a kid variant for it, I'm pretty sure that it's safe. Yeah. And I'm speaking from someone who's vaccinated. Literally, after my second shot, it was one day of feeling terrible. After that, I felt perfectly fine.
Exact same thing happened with me.
Yeah, it's
exact same thing happened with me. Like
months. It's literally been 6 months since I've gotten that shot. Yeah. So if I'm completely fine after 6 months, I'm pretty sure basketball players that get it now, when they had even more chances to test the vaccine than before, I'm pretty sure they're going to be completely fine.
Yeah.
Plus, they have way better immune systems than most people just in general. Just because they're just superhuman is the way to define it. They're still human. It's not like, oh, they're not human. Like, they have human rights. They are human.
Yeah.
But they're just superhumans. They jump higher. They're a lot stronger. They do things that us normal humans can't really do that well. So I
Exactly.
think them taking just this one vaccine that just prevents anything from happening and also protects their teammates is completely fine. And notice how like these players that are saying it, I'm just saying this because I just feel like it's like this. Notice how these certain players that are saying this, they've either have troubled like pasts, like they've had troubled pasts, like not living up to expectations, or two, have been questioned for their leadership. Andrew Wiggins with the Timberwolves, he's had a troubled past because people were looking down on him. Kyrie Irving, multiple questions about his leadership.
Yeah, exactly.
On and off.
And this comes from someone who like generally loves Kyrie Irving, but I can't deny like what you're saying. His leadership has been called into question.
Yeah, it's like, trust me, he was on the Celtics, burned and crashed.
Yeah.
He was on the Nets by himself, almost burned and crashed. It took KD and James Harden to come in for him to finally realize, hey, maybe I should learn a couple things. And even then, he didn't learn a lot. So it's like, for me, this is mostly just about Kyrie because Kyrie, my guy, you know better than this.
I mean,
you know better than this. You're on a super team getting paid over $100 million. And in my opinion, is probably the most skillful player that's ever touched a basketball. He's the most skillful player that ever touched a basketball. His layup package is one of the most beautiful I've ever seen. Yeah. His handles are on par with Allen Iverson. If not past that, I just say on par because Allen Iverson's handles were dirty. Like
he's an excellent shooter too.
Yeah, he's an amazing shooter, like from three.
Like he's as a basketball player, he's literally like, honestly, in my opinion, like by probably like one of my favorite players to watch.
Yeah,
like, he's much fun.
Like he is box office.
Yeah,
he's one of the like few players in the league that you look at and you're like, that right there is box office.
Yeah,
which is what I'm saying. He should know better than to say,
I agree.
Oh, like I don't want to take the vaccine. You literally are getting paid $100 million. You're considered box office. You have a super team. You got KD literally helped you not get traded when people were saying, oh, maybe trade him for Ben Simmons because the Nets really need help with defense. KD shut that down immediately.
Yeah.
And now you're saying, oh, well, I kind of don't want to get the vaccine. And you're going to risk all that money. You're going to risk not playing. Are you kidding me?
Like,
just get the damn vaccine and win the championship.
I completely agree with you, everything you're saying. And here's the thing, if it was like for all the issues I mentioned with Mackenzie Blackwood not getting the shot, with the Devils goal tournament, Mackenzie Blackwood not getting the shot, like at the very least he's number one. He said it was something when he gave his explanation. Said there was something like he was talking with his doctors and he had some concerns about it, and he said that he was originally going to get the shot, but eventually he changed his mind. He said he hasn't ruled it out. So, I mean, that I'm willing to be like, okay. Now I still think Mackenzie Blackwood should eventually get vaccinated, but with that explanation you gave, I can at least take a step back and say, you know what? Okay, I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. At least make a big deal about it. At least I am. When players like Kyrie Irving and Bradley Beal and Andrew Wiggins are all I think the reason they're just not taking the vaccine is because they're trying to I don't know. That's not their reason. At least I'm not sure. Did Bradley Beal give a reason as to why he wasn't vaccinated?
I don't think I've heard Bradley Beal's talk or reason.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard it. But it's if he's okay, so if he said that he might consider it, it's that's fine. But if he's not considering it, it's again, come on. It's okay, Bradley Beal, he's not as much as box office as Kyrie. Kyrie's very important. But like, if Bradley Beal doesn't get it, it's like, but come on, you literally were the second best scorer in the league, just behind Steph Curry, who had to have a monster season just to get past you. And again, your box office playing or not playing with Russell Westbrook, he's now in the Lakers. Almost forgot that. But Bradley Beal is considered box office, and he has the potential to have like amazing trade value. He's an elite scorer at his level, and also an amazing passer at his level. So again, we have another star saying no to the vaccine. It's like
he apparently, like what Bradley Beal said, he said he asked a rhetorical question like to the media saying like, oh, why are vaccinated individuals still contracting and spreading the virus? Because there's a freaking Delta variant. That's why.
Jesus Christ.
Like
I would just like to say to everyone who says that as a reason, I want you to look up the definition of vaccine and then come back to me. Vaccines, I just want to let everyone know, because this actually this is one of the very few things that infuriates me. And that it's not.
Sorry, guys. My cats and me are in the background, but go ahead.
Oh no, that's fine. My cat's on my bed. The thing that one of the things that infuriates me the most, I can't even speak properly because of this right now. One of the things that infuriate me the most isn't stupidity. If you're stupid about it, it's fine. It just means you need to learn about it. It's ignorance. When people think, oh, vaccines, it's like, why are people still getting it? A vaccine doesn't mean you don't get it. A vaccine just means you're suppressing what's going to happen when you get it. Yeah. So instead of COVID being this deadly virus, it's now going to be the flu or some variant of a flu. That's what it means. So when people say, oh, why are people getting the vaccines if, like, you know, it's not like the flu shot where it helps you get rid of the flu or suppress the flu. A vaccine suppresses the symptoms. That's what people need to realize.
Exactly.
It doesn't eliminate the possibility of you getting it. If it did, no one would have COVID right now.
Exactly.
Or very few people would have COVID. The reason why is because, like you said, one, there's a Delta variant, which is, I think, more deadly, but then again, it's harder to spread. So I think we're fine with the Delta variant. Like, that's
I actually think the Delta variant is like not as deadly, but very easy to spread. Like I've heard that, like I've heard that it's like apparently more contagious than like the cold.
Okay, so that's
at least what I've heard.
But again, it's like the reason why we get these vaccines is to suppress the symptoms, so that if you do get it, you're not hacking up half a lung and you have the potential to die. Because what people don't realize is even if you're not in your 60s and in your 50s, you still have a potential to die. I literally was a town across from a coach, like a baseball coach, who was in his 30s. When this COVID thing all started, perfectly healthy, nothing wrong with him. He got COVID, he died. He was 30. And it's not, and if he was 30 and he had, this deadly illness already, or he was somewhat sick, I get that. Then it's like, okay, he was going to die. He was perfectly healthy and he was in his 30s and he's died. So when we're saying get these vaccines, we're not only saying that to say like, oh, so that you don't like make your teammates get sick and you don't make the fans get sick. It's also for your benefit. It's also for you. It's also benefiting you. Like, that's the thing. And the best thing about all this, I'm pretty sure they're paying people now to get the vaccine.
Really?
Like, they legit, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure like they were paying like $100 for a person to get the vaccine. I'm like, you're telling me you're telling me I had to just wait like 2 or 3 months and I could have made an easy 100.
I mean, like, real. I mean, and I know people like you could tell. I'm sure that there are some people out there who are so like I don't know what the I guess I have to use the word politically motivated by this, that if you gave them a choice between giving them $100 for the vaccine and or charging them $500 for a fake vaccination card, they would take the fake vaccination card.
No, yeah, because
Exactly.
It's all politics
But,
in the end,
and
and that's the stupid thing about it.
This is the one thing, like, and this is about as political I'm gonna get for this episode, but I cannot freaking stand how this country, the United States of America, and us, how we're making a pandemic, a deadly disease, wearing masks and vaccines a political issue.
Yeah,
I cannot stand that. It should be like it's not like an issue where like you sure are supposed to quote unquote take sides over. Like it's not so it's about, you know, science, it's about facts, and it's about your own, like it's about public health. That's what it should be about. But you have all these nut jobs like on both sides, like making this into like a political stance, and it infuriates me that people like that like whatever decision that like there are people like whatever decision you've made about the vaccine, and like if the people are saying, oh, if you're unvaccinated, like you're this, like you lean like if you're like a selfish, you know, SOAB, like even if you are like do have legitimate concerns and like and stuff like that, like if you're unvaccinated, like you do that, and then you're saying, oh, if you are vaccinated, you're a mongrel, you're a sheep mongrel, like all this stuff. It's just, I mean, I'm not even sure if I'm worried about surgery, but it's just something that like infuriates me, honestly.
Yeah,
because personally, because I'm not gonna say who, but I know people who lean left that are unvaccinated. I know people who lean right that are vaccinated.
Oh no, I know both sides. I want to I'm gonna open the floor to Alex just because I kind of feel bad.
Yeah, Alex, you're too quiet here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just feel like the NBA, NFL, and other leagues around the country should have been more aware of the vaccinations, and I wish that they would have paused the season for the players to be more cautious of getting the vaccines. And it's just my thought of perspective on it. I think that if I would, let's say Adam Silver, I would have pressed the pause button to the baseball season. And I mean, not that Adam Silver is baseball's commissioner, but
Rob Manfred, you mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I just feel like it was a bad position put by them, and not having safety in front of them instead of continuing playing with some players that don't take it seriously.
That's my big issue here is, like, I'm fine, like, if you like if you're taking this pandemic seriously and you're just just hesitant to get the vaccine for whatever reason, you know what, fine. Like, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna judge you. Like, if you're just nervous about the vaccine, I still do recommend getting the vaccine. I want to like make it clear that all these scientists like I took the vaccine myself. I know plenty of people who have taken the vaccine, and it is like, and it's safe. It's like it's like as safe as it possibly. I don't see the vaccine really getting any safer than this, honestly. So I want to make that clear. Like, but at the same time, like if you are nervous, like I'm not gonna like judge you. I'm not gonna berate you or anything. But when it comes to people who aren't taking this pandemic seriously, you know how last year the anti-mask crowd, now the anti-vax crowd, like and they're just not taking this pandemic seriously, and they're trying to turn this into a political issue. Like I have no respect for that, honestly.
No, yeah, I agree with that. Like, if this was one of those things where just like, okay, like, I'm not saying like we shouldn't have taken this seriously, but like even Ebola, it's like when we weren't taking Ebola seriously, we were just saying like, oh, like let's make memes about it. The only reason why I was fine with that was because it was like, okay, like 10, 12 people died from Ebola. Like it wasn't like that, or like maybe more people died, but like it wasn't that big. Like not a lot of people died from Ebola, let alone contracted Ebola. Yeah. Like, and it didn't really get in the US like that easily. COVID got into the US very easily. And if it was where COVID even was like Ebola and maybe killed like, let's say 200 people in 2 years, yeah, I would have been like, all right, that's fine. Mosquitoes kill 500,000 people around the world every year. The fact that in 1 year, this one disease killed 500,000 people put us in a quarantine.
Which, by the way, I just checked. And it's the death toll for COVID is now in the US is now up to 699,000.
Jesus Christ! Just round up 700,000.
Yeah, you may as well just round up 700,000.
Think about this: in 2 years, we've lost 700,000 people.
Yeah.
Before the vaccine, it was 500,000 people that were dead. Let's put that into perspective for a second. There's around over 1 billion people in the US. The fact that over half of us, oh wait, a billion people is there 1 billion people in the US or like 900
I'm not
million?
I don't think it's 1 million. I don't think it's 1 million. Yeah, I could check. I could check again.
No, I know Adam. There's definitely 1 million people in the US.
You mean 1 billion?
Yeah, billion. That's what I meant.
Okay.
I said 1 billion, but then I was like maybe 900 million, whatever. Over half of us are gonna get this the
United States population is 329.5 million.
320. Oh wow, I was way off. Okay, I thought the entire continent. Anyway, not the point. The point is, out of that number, half of us are supposed to get COVID. Out of that half, it's expected only around 5% of us will die. Now, most people will think 5%. That doesn't sound that bad.
It's actually less. It's actually less than that. Actually, I think it's what's the average death rate is what 1%, 2.3%.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying like though, like in general,
and that's generally not done. Yeah, and that's generally not the issue with like people are saying like, oh, COVID has such like a low death rate because let's look at like for example, you mentioned Ebola. Ebola has like what a 69% death rate.
Yeah,
like if you if that's the thing where someone like you or me or Alex like gets it like that's serious, like your life is then like on the line. Yeah.
No,
but the difference between Ebola and COVID is that Ebola is way harder to get.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you almost have to be trying to get Ebola. I mean, maybe not that far, but you get what I'm point. With COVID, like it's like so contagious that like everyone can get it in, and if 100 people get COVID, chances are like 1, 2, or 3 of them are gonna die.
No, yeah, but
and then you keep on spreading to more people and more people and more people. Like,
exactly. But this is my point. This is my point. 5%, by the time this is all done, it's supposed to be like 5% of the US supposed to be dead. Doesn't sound like a lot. And two, take into account that's over one, like around, this is just me estimating. Don't take this. I'm a chem major, not a math major, so don't judge me.
Okay.
Around 1.5 million people are going to be dead because of this. Let's put that into perspective. 1.5 million people. You have to also add their families and their friends that actually cared about them into that equation because they're going to be depressed. Also, you have to add into the fact that because of this, we were in a quarantine, including a time period where people didn't even leave their houses. Like me personally, when this all started, I was in my house and did not leave my house for 4 months.
Same thing.
I did not leave my house for 1/3 of a year. That's just, and the fact that people weren't taking that seriously, it's like, you need to realize this isn't something that you play around with. This isn't the time to be like, oh, like, why we have to wear the mask and why this and why that. No, this is the time where you have to put on your big boy or girl pants. You have to realize how bad this is. And you have to just say, hey, listen, I know, like, and even like how you said before, this has become political. It's like at this point, it's like, why has everything become political? Why has everything become, I either choose this side or I choose this side? It's like, it shouldn't be where something like this happens, you choose a side. It should be where it's like, all right, I get it. We're not the same. We don't think the same way sometimes, but we have to work together in order to actually get rid of this. Because what most people don't realize is, or at least some people don't realize, this isn't a regular disease. This is a bioweapon. This is a bioweapon of only something like a common cold, maybe even less. This is what happens as a bioweapon. Now imagine if they made a bioweapon of the flu and that got out. That would kill a lot more people. And then all of a sudden, oh, now that comes out, now everyone acts serious. It's like, why does it have to be where everyone becomes serious when people die? No one's serious, and everyone takes this as a joke, or no one believes in it, or no one does that until people die. Exactly. Why does it have to be until people die for everyone to start saying, okay, maybe now we go serious? No, it's okay. You hear about it. It's serious. Why about let's prevent death?
Exactly.
Let's prevent this from happening instead of saying, oh, let's wait for like 1,000 people to die.
Yeah. And even then, some people still aren't taking it like this seriously, and like again, and not wearing masks. That's what infuriates you. Like, if you want to get the vaccine, fine. If you're gonna sit there saying, "Oh, I don't want to wear a mask," like, get over yourself.
Yeah,
honestly, and here's the thing, like, if you don't want to get the vaccine, fine, but you know what? You're gonna have to face the consequences of that decision. Don't if you don't want to get the vaccine, like, don't work like as like a doctor or a teacher or any place where you're gonna be like in a crowded space.
Yeah,
like there are plenty of jobs where which require like. That I'm sure like don't necessarily need you, are necessarily required for you to get vaccinated. Like become like a mailman or something. Become a truck driver. Become like whatever. Or something. I mean, I'm not sure about the vaccine mandates or that, but you get what I mean. Like, get a job where that doesn't require you to be like around people. Like, it's that simple.
Anyway,
and just take. We've said like enough. Essentially, like, I don't like discussing quote unquote politics on a show. I can't believe something like this has become political. But you know what, guys? You know what that is for you? That's 2021. That's
Oh
2021
no,
for you.
2021. You mean this has been going on since 2012, and everyone's just been like, "Oh,
Probably
you
before
see,
that,
it's
honestly.
a nice bow." And then here's me in 2012, just being like, "Ah." When everyone opens their eyes, they're gonna see what
Okay.
I've been seeing.
Okay. All right. Since Michael Cunningham is absent, Sam here and Alex too, because Alex, I'm sure you're gonna want to talk about this. Sam and Alex are going to take over on Mike's hot take segment, and they've got a very, very juicy topic that I've been following, and I wanted to hear your guys. So, especially Alex, as a Sixers fan, I wanted to hear your thoughts on this. But, guys, the floor is yours.
All right, Ben.
I gotta do a pun.
Ben.
I gotta do a pun. The segment of the show that is like Dougie Hamilton slap shots. Mike's hot take. Sam and Alex, take it away.
All right.
That sounds so wrong, but go ahead.
God damn it, Adam. Okay. Ben. Where do I begin with you? All right. Okay, so first of all, before I even get into the hot take, at least my hot take, I'll let Alex go afterwards and say after stuff so that then you can say your hot take, I'll say my hot take. But Ben, what's going on, my guy? I get like you want to get out of Philly, and I want you to get out of Philly personally. I just feel like it's too much of a toxic environment at this point. Plus, I feel like there's just too much pressure for you. Like, I feel like you need either a small market team or you just need to be put in an environment where you have a lot more shooters. Don't get me wrong, Philadelphia has amazing shooters. They have Seth Curry and Danny Green and Shake Milton. Like, they're good shooters. But, like, when you have Joel Embiid in there, who's a big man who I've seen people compare him to Shaq. I don't think he's exactly like Shaq. He has more like a little bit more finesse, but I see the comparison. I can see where the comparison comes from. That's someone who needs to be down low. And especially for Ben Simmons, who struggles from the free throw line, who struggles from the 3-point line, who can really only score inside the paint, that's not good for him. And especially in the playoffs, I'm sorry, you were flat out terrible. Like, you need to do better in the playoffs, Mr. Simmons. So I get why you want to leave. But this is just too much babyish. Like, this is just babyish at this point. Like, you shouldn't be doing this much just to get out of a city. Like, you're considered maybe not a generational type talent, but a superstar type talent. You've been compared to LeBron. You've been compared to legends. Like, we know what you're capable of. So, like, stop making this such like a baby situation. Put on your grown-up pants and say, listen, this is literally all you need to say. Like, listen, I'm not happy here. You know I'm not happy here. I don't want to play for this organization. Like, what don't you get? I don't want to play for this organization. I want to play somewhere else. Trade me somewhere else. And as the Sixers, I feel like they should trade him because, one, again, is creating too much of a toxic environment. And two, this is just not good for Simmons. And you're not going to get a good deal, especially if Ben Simmons continues this. Like, it was already bad enough in the playoffs. You weren't going to get a good deal now because Ben Simmons played horrible in the playoffs. But now that he's doing this, teams now know that they're going to want to trade. So I just want to get your opinion on this, Alex. How do you feel as a Phillies fan,
Sixers.
about this whole Sixers fan?
Okay.
Whatever. I know that. Don't worry. I'm an NBA person. Don't worry. Yeah, just know that. Anyway, how do you feel as a Sixers fan that Ben Simmons is doing all of this? And how did you feel about him in the playoffs?
Going back to when he got drafted to the Sixers, I felt really confident in him and his game when he played at LSU, and just seeing his skill set, and thought that it would be a great fit for the rotation for Philadelphia, and I think the time has come to an end with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. And I feel like that the rebuilding stage for them will have to get separated. And I feel like Embiid needs to refresh his squad. And I'm not sure what is going to happen with Ben Simmons, but I feel like even though Ben Simmons is probably not going to be with Philly anymore, I feel like Philly has the deepest roster in the East besides Brooklyn, even without Ben Simmons. And I feel like they could be a threat in the East, although they could potentially gain a big deep threat shooter. And I'm very curious to see what Ben has to say if he is available to talk with the media anytime soon. And I'm curious to know by the first game of the regular season what the lineup is going to be like. And lastly, I'm just very curious about like everything that has to go into it, and it's up to Doc Rivers and Daryl Morey, the Sixers president, and I feel like it's going to be a tough decision to make, but I'm feeling a bright side coming ahead with the Sixers liking what they choose.
All right. So I'm gonna start my hot take if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
All right. My hot take: Ben Simmons is going to get traded, maybe around November. I would say November, to the Golden State Warriors for Andrew Wiggins, first-round picks, and the Warriors. They still have Kelly Oubre.
I think he's with Washington.
He's with Washington now. All right. Andrew Wiggins, first-round picks, second-round picks, and I would say one more good role player. I don't know the Warriors squad the best right now. I'm not going to lie. I don't know their squad the best, but I feel like that's a trade they would do, like both sides.
I feel like who was their who was their second round pick from 2020? I think he's off limits.
Nico Manny, I think was his name. But no, Nico Manny was a first round pick or a second round pick?
No, second overall.
Oh, second overall. James Wiseman. Yeah.
James Wiseman.
James Wiseman. If they trade James Wiseman, that would be I would start a riot if they traded James Wiseman. Are you kidding me?
I think James Wiseman is going to be a big part of that team going forward, I think.
No, they wouldn't, because James Wiseman is literally
I said before that they wouldn't trade him. So I think he's off limits.
No, yeah. But I think the Warriors will trade Andrew Wiggins
and maybe
a couple first and a second for Ben Simmons and a couple first and seconds, just because it's kind of balanced, because I feel like that's what both teams need. The Sixers need someone who can be a scorer, not so much a defender, because they have defense. They have Danny Green, who's been pretty on defense. Joel Embiid, I think he was close to Defensive Player of the Year a couple years ago, or in that time span. So he's very good defensively. They have a pretty good defensive coach in Doc Rivers, who knows what he's doing, at least there, I hope. And then they have shooters for Andrew Wiggins to build off of, like he built off in Golden State. You got Seth Curry, who can shoot the lights out. You got Shake Milton, who can do a lot. And then for the Warriors side, it makes sense for them to get Ben Simmons because that's what they need. They need defense. And imagine a Draymond Green and Ben Simmons defense.
Yeah.
No one is scoring on that. Like, let's be real. Like, and then the best part is Ben Simmons, he's got shooting. He's got Steph Curry. I mean,
the greatest shooter of all time.
There's nothing to be said. I mean, you got Klay Thompson.
Again, nothing to be said.
Again, nothing to be said. You got Draymond Green, who actually is a decent 3-point shooter. Like he's not too bad. Compared to most people, he's not too bad. And again, he's a really big passer like Ben Simmons. And then on top of that, you got James Wiseman, who's probably going to be starting. He can kind of step out a little bit. Yeah. Like, yeah, he's an inside person.
Yeah, you have a starting lineup of, I think in that lineup, I think Draymond Green moves to the 3.
Yeah, and that would be perfect because it's like Draymond Green 6'7", so he fits the 3 perfectly. Yeah. And then you have two, like, think about it, you have 2 people that can guard.
And I said before,
1 through 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I've always said the opinion. I think Ben Simmons needs to move off of point guard. I feel like he's way better suited as like a power forward. Like,
yeah, he's a big man for sure. So Alex, what's your hot take?
I can't really think of like a good one like yours, but you mainly took what I wanted to say. I think I'm going to make my hot take now. I think that maybe the Sixers would trade. Let's see.
Joel Embiid.
They're not.
Maybe like.
I would love to see it happen just to see Alex's reaction.
So imagine Joel Embiid goes for 2nd round pick. What are Sixers doing?
They trade. Breaking news: 76ers trade Joel Embiid to Brooklyn for 2nd round pick.
Listen,
whoa,
all I gotta say is that happened to Andre Drummond, and that was so disrespectful. I'm sorry. Continue.
So to continue, I think they should have a package of Korkmaz, Shake Milton with a 2023 draft pick with Ben Simmons to Portland, and the Sixers would receive CJ McCollum and I would say maybe take back Robert Covington.
I feel like if you're gonna trade Ben Simmons, like I don't know what situation with Damian Lillard is, but would like that be like
No,
yeah, I'm glad you shut me down.
You just mentioned Damian Lillard in the same sentence as Ben Simmons. I knew you were
I'm not comparing the two, but
obviously, but you just said you wanted to trade Ben Simmons in the package.
The 76ers would obviously include more in the package. The 76ers would obviously include more in the package.
And you know what the problem with that is, Adam? Who's the superstar right now? Who's being compared to Steph Curry? Damian Lillard. Imagine if Damian Lillard was on the same team as Joel Embiid. You have Shaq, but now you have another version of Curry. So now you have another version of Shaq, another version of Curry. So you have 3-point threat, a 2-point threat, a defensive threat. Seth Curry's still there, so he can shoot the lights out. I mean, you're basically just, if Portland does that deal, you're basically just begging to lose. Like, you're literally just saying, please take all I have. I want to lose. Just take it all. Like that would be no bueno.
Whoa,
So now,
whoa.
a challenger has appeared. I see. A
Good,
challenger
boy.
has appeared. Hello. Anyway, so wait.
Apologies, but we have someone joining the podcast late today. But you know what? They say better late than never. Michael Cunningham, welcome to the show.
Sorry, boys. To all of our viewers, get your game on. I know you missed the Big Daddy Mike, big booty Mike, the biggest, best politic man in the business. I'm in Aruba right now, viewers. So I'm on vacation. So and we loyal to and I'm loyal to my viewers. So to my viewers, peace and respect, baby. Let's do it, Adam.
All right.
You're like Stephen A. Smith going on the setup of Get Up when he's uninvited.
Oh, listen to Sam.
Special guest.
Ladies and gentlemen, to any girl that hasn't kissed Sam yet, good luck.
Damn it.
All right, Michael, but we're in the middle of Mike's hot take, and Sam and Alex have taken the segment over. So, Sam, resume what you were saying.
So, what's the hot take?
Actually, I'll first, Alex, let's just repeat for Michael what our hot takes
long story
were.
short, Michael, we're talking about Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Oh, please let me get involved. Let me say my piece real quick about Ben Simmons.
All right.
The Sixers drafted two players, Embiid and Simmons. 2015, 2016, you get Embiid. 2016, 2017, you get Ben Simmons. Both of them are hurt. Embiid hurts his knee, out for the season. Simmons, last preseason of the game, breaks his ankle, out for the season. So, I have a question for all three of you. If you were the Sixers, what do you keep doing? You make Ben happy, get rid of Ben, get somebody like Bradley Beal, trade for Bradley Beal, or get a point guard or get a guard that can handle it, or get rid of or keep Simmons.
I think it has to trade Ben Simmons.
No, they have to trade Ben Simmons. But let me just say this:
because Embiid is their best player, hands down.
No, yeah, the Embiid's their best player. He was an MVP caliber player. He's a defensive player of the year type player. He's their best player. I'm not trading Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid's untouchable. Let me say this first before you go on, real quick.
Right on, brother.
Ben Simmons. Okay, so you said trade Ben Simmons for Bradley Beal. I can't do that because after I saw what he did in the playoffs, it's like, I get it. He's a triple-double machine. There's no doubt about his skill. He probably has one of the best passing IQs and passing skills in the league. Has a really good handle for someone his size. Like, you got to remember, he's 7 feet tall, guys. He's 7 feet tall, and he can handle the basketball like a point guard. Like, it's insane. And he can guard 1 through 5. But this is an era where you need to be able to shoot the three. He can't shoot a free throw without shaking. In the fourth quarter, 7 times he had 0 points, or he had 4 points in total in 7 fourth quarters. Bradley Beal, I'm telling you, would have had at least 10 each fourth quarter. So I can't make a superstar type trade or even a star type trade like that, especially for someone as valuable as Bradley Beal going to the Sixers. So how do you feel about that?
I feel like if you're trading like Ben Simmons for a Bradley Beal type superstar, like I mentioned before, and Sam after that, maybe they could trade him for Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard.
But if you are gonna make a trade like that, the Sixers are gonna have to include something more.
Here's the thing: what I do. I think Tobias Harris got to go for the Sixers. He's the most overpaid NBA player in the league. He's overpaid.
That's right.
He's good, but I will agree that he is overpaid.
I think he's a great role player. I don't think he's an all-star. I think he's just a very good, very great role player.
I feel like he's borderline all-star, but he can't break
I'm
through.
not sure. I'm not sure if he's really all-star level. Yeah, I think borderline, like maybe a little less than that. That's the type of player.
Yeah,
I'm honestly, you can be a great player in the Eastern Conference, like I said it before, and you can do shit in the West. For example, DeMar DeRozan, who was probably the best shooting guard in the East when he played for the Raptors, went to the West, he became another guard. I'm telling you guys this. Depends what conference you're in. You can be the greatest player in the best conference in the Eastern Conference, and then you go to the West, who I say, in my opinion, I said this to Alex, Adam, Marcellus, and Chris, and our old cast member David Heller. We love you, David. Respect you, brother. And Sam, I haven't said this to you. I'm telling you, you need another superstar to win a championship, and you can't have borderline players to win championships. You can't.
I 100% agree with that statement. And if you look throughout history, we go back to even like the 1960s. Bill Russell had Bob Cousy and John Havlicek. Wilt Chamberlain had Jerry West and Gail Goodrich. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had Magic.
And James Worthy.
Yeah, and James Worthy. It's like there's only
and the Celtics had Bird, McHale, and Parrish.
Yeah, it's like there's only been one superstar that hasn't won with another superstar, and that's Dirk Nowitzki. And that's just because LeBron had a terrible finals. That's the only reason why.
LeBron had a better finals. LeBron was playing the villain mode. That's not his game. He was trying to shut people up.
Yeah, that was like that's LeBron's like only. Like a lot of people debate about look at all of LeBron's finals losses record. I feel like that's the only real one where you can say that's strictly on him. That's the only finals loss that we could say that's strictly on him.
No, there's two. There's two. It's for me. It was that one, and then it was the Spurs. Those two, I was like, okay, you kind of have to win,
right?
You talking about his first one? You talking about
no.
He played the Spurs 3 times in his career in the finals.
No. I mean the third time.
Third time.
The first time I knew. The first time the Cavaliers had no business being in the finals. Like LeBron literally carried. Like I'm sorry to say this, LeBron carried a bum team to the finals.
He did.
He carried I'm not lying. With that Cav team, I can name LeBron.
Booby Gibson.
I can name LeBron.
I can name Larry Hughes. Larry Hughes was
Mo Williams. Mo Williams was like, no disrespect to Mo Williams. He was the only other good player on that team.
Oh no! I'm exaggerating. I know there was David West, there was Mo Williams, there was Larry Hughes. I get all that, but my point was was there another star on that team? Just star, not superstar.
You had Ilgauskas, but he was an all-star. To your point,
no, not don't say Ilgauskas was a star.
They even have
he was a problem.
They even have what the Bucks have a Chris Middleton or a Drew Holiday. They even have that. They haven't anyone close to that. That's how bad that Cavaliers team was.
I'm saying this. I believe Chris Middleton. Sorry, we'll get back to the Ben Simmons point. I say Chris Middleton will be an MVP caliber player in the next 4 to 5 years to come.
What did you say?
Chris Middleton will be an MVP caliber. The way how he's been playing in the finals. Psych. I just want to see. I just want to see Cedric.
Hot take, actually. That's a hot take. Wait, that's actually a hot take.
That's a hot take right there. That is a hot take. Wait. That's a new one.
That was a prank. He just wanted to. He does this sometimes. Will just say something like that to rile us up.
Good. Oh my god! For a second, I thought you were serious. I was just like, listen.
I know I've been drinking. I ain't that stupid. I know I've been drinking all day. But
I was like, listen, you reaching Kendrick.
All right, guys. I hate to interrupt you, but we gotta wrap up hot take really quick. So if you guys have any final thoughts, get them out right now.
I believe that Ben Simmons should be traded.
Yeah.
Okay.
He needs to go. This is not a good system for him. Doc Rivers thinks he can't play the point guard. Yeah. Ben Simmons should not be playing the point guard in the first place.
I completely agree.
He is too slow for a guard. He is too slow. And when they try to compare him to Magic Johnson,
it's not that he's slow. It's just that in today's NBA, if you're gonna be a guard, you have to be able to shoot.
Not necessarily. There's like some guards that didn't know how to shoot, like Eric Snow.
In today's NBA, you have to.
In today's NBA,
you have to have a jumper.
Here's the thing.
Like for example, like you could get away with not having a jumper if you're like a center or a power forward, but when you're a guard, and you're playing like out, and you're playing like on the outside most of the time, you have to be able to shoot. In today's NBA,
but there's only.
Hold up. DeMar DeRozan, who is a guard at him, sucks at shooting. DeMar DeRozan is a terrible shooter, and he's like a good guard, and he scores at least 20 a game.
Is he an all-star?
He was an all-star for 5 years. You were an all-star for 5 years in your career without a jump shot?
In the East. In the West, is he an all-star?
I just like fucking with Sam so much. Point is, boys, I'm saying this. I think Ben Simmons needs to leave. I think they should go after. I would say trade for like somebody that could lead a good offense. Like honestly, if I was the Sixers, put Ben Simmons at his true position, a power forward. That is his true position. He played in high school. He played in college. He played in the first year of his career. Then I think Brett Brown ruined the Sixers for the NBA. And Alex
he did. He did.
He ruined the Sixers. And I'm not even a Sixer fan. And I hate the Sixers. And I know Alex is going to agree with me. Brett Brown is the real reason why they couldn't have it together. You ask for a scorer. You get Jimmy Butler. And then you're like, oh, we need a presence. You get Tobias Harris. Then you get JJ Redick. And I'm like, okay. When I saw that, I was like, you know what? The Sixers are going to make it to the finals that year.
Mm-hmm.
But however, Ben Simmons has to work on his jump shot. You're in 12, like Sam said, you're in 2021 and you don't have a good jump shot. If I was playing defense on you, I will make you shoot until you prove me wrong. I will make you shoot.
Yeah, you mentioned about DeMar DeRozan, like his like 3-point shot, it's at 28%. Now that I agree, that's bad, but you know what? He can at least make the three. Ben Simmons cannot make the three.
Ben Simmons
cannot shoot.
Even Dwight Howard has a better 3-point percentage than Ben Simmons, and that's sad.
And what's it called? I think because my hot take, Michael, you weren't here. My hot take was they trade Ben Simmons to the Golden State Warriors for Andrew Wiggins, some first-round picks, some second-round picks, just because I trust in Seth Curry, I trust in Shake Milton, I trust in Danny Green, especially Shake Milton, someone who is a scorer and has at least decent handles. Plus, Joel Embiid can do some things. I said something like that, which is kind of like a hot take. But I just think Ben Simmons needs to get out of there because this is the main reason why. His mentality is just, like his confidence is just gone.
Yeah.
Like we need to remember, this guy had a wide open dunk and he passed it up because he thought he was going to get fouled. He didn't want to shoot free throws. He doesn't want to shoot threes. And we're in an age where if you don't have a 3-point shot, unless you're a center, you're screwed. Like, you need a 3-point shot if you're going to play point guard through small forward. And he just doesn't want to shoot. Even like Giannis, we saw in the playoffs countless times, Giannis was airballing threes. He was like getting hacked at the free throw line. He was airballing free throws, but he wasn't scared to take them. Ben Simmons was literally scared to take them.
Yo, Sam, I agree with you 10,000%. And I'm going to tell you guys this on paper. The Sixers, who would Ben Simmons be a good fit for him? What team would be a good fit?
You mentioned the Warriors. I think the Warriors would be the best fit for him.
But however, I don't think that system will work for him because they already have. But the Sixers, the Warriors will have to trade Draymond Green as well because.
Here's the thing, though, and this is what Sam brought it up. You could slide Draymond to the 3.
It wouldn't work.
I think it would work. I think Draymond's more than capable of playing the 3. Like you have Draymond at the 3, you have Ben Simmons at the 4, and you have James Wiseman as the 5.
But you have a defender. You only have your 2 guards are your only defenders. So that one.
Ben Simmons is a defender though, and Draymond Green's a defender too.
But
and Klay Thompson's an excellent defender.
But I do think but I can see that matchup work that 2-man of Ben Simmons and Draymond playing together. But however, they both can't set each other up for shots. Because basically Draymond Green is like the point forward of the Warriors. He's the point forward. Ben Simmons is basically a point forward. That's why I think it wouldn't work. It's basically having if you have Grant Hill and Scottie Pippen playing on the same team. Yeah, I get my drift.
I get what you're saying. I mean, I also think I also think the Sixers would probably be looking for more than just Andrew Wiggins and like some picks and stuff. I think they'd be looking for more because they're a team. Because I don't think they're a team that's looking like to rebuild anytime soon.
No, they're not a team they're looking to rebuild, and that's
they're looking to like contend right now with Embiid. So they're going to look for like a real star player. Like you said before, CJ McCollum. They're probably going to go after. They would probably go
CJ
after.
McCollum would be pretty good.
Yeah, they need that type of guard play. I feel like that's really what the Sixers would go after.
Yeah.
All right, but guys, I'm afraid I have to cut you off there. We're running, but Sam, Alex, Michael, excellent hot take. And you know what, guys? Since all 3 of you participated, I'm the only one who gets to vote on this. I approve it.
All 3 of us?
Yeah, I'm the only one who gets to vote, and I approve. Since all 3 of you, it was kind of like all 3 of you combined for the hot take. So,
okay.
So I'll approve it. And Michael, your record is now what? 42 out of 45?
Yeah, baby.
Michael, I'm going to need you to, in the future episode, I need you to come up with something really hot so that way Sam here can lose it. We need a,
You really want First Take to happen right now where it's Max Kellerman versus Stephen A., don't you?
Yes. We need a Chris Jacobs level of a hot take. We need Chris Jacobs level of a bad take.
So I'm guessing Sam is the unpaid version of Max, and I'm the version of Stephen A.
You're the person that's supposed to make the blasphemous takes, and I'm the person that's supposed to yell at you for making those blasphemous takes, apparently.
I think me and Sam should have our own show then, Adam. What do you say, Sam?
I'm down with that.
You ain't kicking me
Adam,
off the show,
quit. Me and Sam, we quit.
You're not quitting on me.
We're going to be Skip and Shannon, but, just 10 times better.
And way better looking. And 10 times way better looking.
Exactly. I still remember when Skip Bayless said Bill Walton was a top 15 player. That man didn't even score, but 6,000 points? Yes, 6,000 points, and he's top 15 player to Skip Bayless.
Oh, Skip Bayless. Ooh, Adam.
Just for the record, Sam, this man here, Michael Cunningham, absolutely despises Skip Bayless and has ranted about him several times before on this podcast.
Thank you.
Please, Adam, please. I'm in a room.
All right. How about this, Michael? Your next hot take, you could do a Skip Bayless one if you want.
Hey.
Oh, I'm ready for that one. Oh, I'm ready. I'm
Sam,
ready for the roasting.
Skip Bayless. This is what we salute you, motherfucking bitch.
Oh
all right, guys.
All right,
you know who all right. You know who looked like a MFNB the other day?
Who?
Robbie Ray. He looked like a MFNB.
Please don't tell me about Billy Ray Cyrus.
Robbie Ray.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Robbie Ray.
Adam, you were too old to be watching Hannah Montana. What's wrong with you?
Oh my god.
Oh my my god.
I'm sorry. I'm
Anyway.
Drug right now.
Anyway, the Yankees, they did what I expected to do against the Blues. They took 2 out of 3.
There we go.
They did what I expected to. Unfortunately, they lost like this game to the Rays, but you know what? They're currently right now.
It was a hell of a comeback.
It was a great comeback, but unfortunately, they fell just short. Which, I mean, Michael, since you're in there, I don't think you got. Did you get a chance to watch the game? I don't think you.
Yeah, they had. I was watching at the bar at my hotel.
Awesome.
I believe that was the best inning I seen him play and almost come back from winning. Brett Gardner, who basically got us a hit, and I was surprised. Brett Gardner is the sole player from our World Series championship, or sole player
from 2009. Yeah,
that's what I said.
Here's the thing about Brett Gardner. A lot of people like I hate how Yankee fans love to complain about how it's a very weird complaint that the Yankee fans have about Brett Gardner's like, oh, when are they going to get rid of him already? Like, he's been around here too long. He's nowhere near the player that he used to be, but you know what? He's still a really solid fourth outfielder.
He has a cannon for an arm.
Yeah, he can still provide value to this team. So I don't get why Yankee fans are so quick to like get rid of him. But yeah, they did what I expected to. I mean, they took 2 out of 3, and Aaron Judge had just had. Well, he had 2 bombs the other day.
Yep.
He has 39 home runs on the season now.
Mm-hmm.
Jakarl Stan's been
Stan's just on a roll.
I mean, he did. I don't think he hit a home run like the other 2 games, but he did go yard in the first game. And then, Gleyber Torres has been swinging the bat really well. I mean, he had 3 hits and a home run the other day, and they also hit him lead off against the Rays, and he immediately got to get going with a double. So he's just swinging the bat well. You definitely love to see that. I mean, he went in the second game. He got 3 hits in the second game, and in the last game against the Blue Jays, he got a home run then. So just wanted to make sure I corrected myself there. But they did what I expected to do, and they are now they were coming out of the Blue Jays series 2 games ahead, 2 games up for the first wild card. Now with their loss to Tampa Bay and their loss to and the both Boston and Seattle winning, they're now only 1 game ahead. And guys, I am a little nervous.
I'm not.
I'm a little nervous for one reason. You take a look at who Boston is playing. They're playing the Washington Nationals.
Oh,
that's a team that Boston really should sweep, or at the very least take 2 out of 3.
Nationals.
The Yankees on the other hand are playing the Tampa Bay Rays. The Tampa Bay Rays are no slouch. They are no slouch. They're probably going to win 100 games this year, and they are, even though they have the first wild card locked up, I told you before, they're going to be motivated to stick it to the Yankees. They're going to be motivated. They're not just going to roll over and die and just let the Yankees go into the wild card game with home field advantage. They're really going to try and make things rough for the Yankees. It's A, they're a division rival, and B, the Rays and the Yankees don't like each other.
No, yeah. And what's it called? The Rays, they definitely want to show to everyone that they can especially beat a team like the Yankees who's actually doing really well. They want to show that they can beat a high-level team like them in a sweep fashion. So this series with the Yankees versus the Rays, this is more of a statement series for the Rays. Because if they win all 3, that basically shows hey guys, we're coming for the World Series. We're coming for the World Series right now.
Also, the Mariners, guess what? This is even more bad news, guys. They play the Angels.
Oh, jeez.
And guess what? The Blue Jays, they play the Orioles.
Well, okay, so who who thought it was okay to say, hey, the Yankees are doing amazing. Let's just throw every hard team their way. And then, hey, guys, you know how like the Yankees beat you like very easily? They just beat you to a pulp. How about I just give you every team that just sucks so bad that they shouldn't be even allowed in the league? Yeah, let me just let you verse them. Let me let you verse like the minor league players. Like, no. Come on. I know I'm over exaggerating, and I'm sorry for people that are fans of those teams, but like, I'm sorry, your teams suck. Like, there's no.
I'm sure the fans of those teams would agree with you.
It's like, listen, I'm in the same boat as you for the NBA. I'm a Pelicans fan. I'm ready for them to not make the playoffs, but damn it, they have Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. I'm still gonna say they're the best team in the league. Like,
yeah, I have to say, like as a Pelicans fan, you could say you still have Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. Name one player on the Baltimore Orioles.
I'm not gonna even lie. I haven't watched one game from their entire year.
One player I
played,
named
I
was
think,
Dennis
over
Rodman.
100 games.
Name one player from the Washington Nationals.
I forgot they were a team.
That's unfair because they have Juan Soto. So
I didn't even know they were a team. That's how bad they are.
Yeah. And obviously the Angels, they have Shohei Ohtani and Mike.
Yeah, it's like Angels. They at least have like some players. They're just
and that's the thing
terrible.
I said before. It's hilarious how the Angels literally have the two best players in baseball, two generational talents, and they still suck.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like they have two like amazing players. It's just that they're playing so bad right now. They're playing so bad. Like,
yeah, I mean, but getting back to the Yankees, like they can't just like I feel confident, but here's the thing: they can't like they have to at least win one of these next two games in order to like feel confident like A, getting to playoffs, and B, make sure that home game is at Yankee Stadium because this thing, if let's say they finish in a tie with for example the Blue Jays or the Red Sox. Due to like the way the rules are, since the Blue Jays and the Red Sox actually have winning records against the Yankees this season, so in that tie, the games would be played like for example, if they played the Red Sox, that game would be played at Fenway Park, and for the Blue Jays, it would be played at their home ballpark.
Yeah, so I think
so you have to finish like with a record with a game above.
Listen, you know those teams that you just mentioned, like the Orioles, the Angels, what was the Nationals? I almost forgot them again. Listen, those teams, my guys, it's time to play ball. You know, just sweep Boston. Sweep like, Boston. Please sweep Boston at the very least.
Unfortunately, I didn't get a wish there because I believe Boston beat the Nationals. Those Blue Jays beat the Orioles, and what did the Mariners do? As of recording, the Mariners are currently losing to the Angels 2-1.
Oh, bad. Angels go up by 10. Mercy rule them. Make it brutal. Make them cry on their way home, Angels. I know you can do it.
Okay. All right, come on, Shohei Ohtani, hit some more bombs.
But for me personally, as a Yankees fan, I'm not worried. Yeah, because I feel like even though the Rays they're ahead, like you said, yeah, it's like I said, this is a statement series, and they're not going to slouch. They're going to want to beat the Yankees. I feel like the Yankees they're going to pull through in the end. They're going to get these two, just because for the Rays this isn't dire for them. So if they lose the next two games, they're still fine. Like, yeah, they're going to try their hardest still, but it's not going to be at the same intensity as the Yankees. The Yankees desperately need home advantage. They desperately need home advantage because, as we see, they're better at home. Yeah, they're okay on the road. They're they're okay on the road. At home, at least.
Actually, I'm taking a look here. Their record on the road is 46-35. The record at home is 45-34.
Really, they're better on the road.
But really, actually, they're about equal. They're about equal. Because here's the thing: they finished up all the road games. And they still have 2 games at the home. So say they split these next 2 games, they would have the exact same record if they split these 2 games.
No, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like they would be better at home though.
Yeah, you still want that game at Yankee Stadium because either way, like you would rather be in a 1-game playoff. You'd rather have that game be at Yankee Stadium than going to like Fenway Park. Because imagine if you had to go on the road to Fenway Park. Like you do not want that.
If you go to Fenway Park on the road, you might as well just not even show up because there's not going to be a single Yankee jersey there. Just because you know what will happen if there's a Yankee jersey there.
You will die. You will die.
You go to Fenway Park in a playoff game with a Yankee jersey, you find yourself in an alleyway just naked. Like
just find yourself in a tombstone dead.
It's like here's the thing. I've went to a playoff game before.
Really?
At Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
It was the Yankees versus the Orioles when the Orioles were good. And
was that 2012, I think?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I tell you that stadium was packed with Yankees fans, and then there was just one orange section of Orioles fans, as soon as they left, you just saw a fight break out. And like between one of them, I'm just like, now if that was a Red Sox fan just by themselves, they're getting sliced up.
They're getting killed, stabbed.
Like they're gonna
have to get like the police involved.
Yeah, it's like because here's the thing, I'm friends with Red Sox fans.
Oh, so am I.
And I always try to tell them, like, listen, if you're going to a baseball game, make sure it's a regular season baseball game, because in a regular season baseball game, it's like, yeah, Yankees fans, us, like, we'll like bash you, but like at the end of the day, we're like, okay, you're fine, we're fine. If it's a playoff game and you yell, "Let's go Red Sox," you're just begging to get jumped. Like you're begging to get jumped.
Hold up. No, you're not begging to get jumped. You're begging to get killed. There's a difference.
Like this one guy, literally, we were walking back to the car, and I was with my friend with the Red Sox fan. They had a Red Sox hat on, and the guy, he said jokingly, but still he said it. He was like, all right, so I know it's a red light, and I know it's like cars are coming in the crosswalk, but I think you should, just jump in front of one of those cars. I'm like, you just told my friend to jump in front of a car for wearing a Red Sox hat in New York. Like, imagine if that was a playoff game. You're not being told to do that. You're getting pushed.
Exactly. So that's why you want that playoff game at Yankee Stadium, because that like, imagine how that you still got how it affects fans. Imagine how that affects the players.
Yeah, it's
I know players like they're professionals. They're supposed to be able to block the stuff out, but you can't tell me that doesn't matter. Like, look at what happened to Dallas Keuchel in Game 5. Yankee Stadium actually was able to get to rock him a little bit, just a little bit, and that in a 1-game playoff that could earn a tie. So you want that 1-game playoff by Yankee Stadium. So that's why these games are so crucial.
No, yeah, especially like a great example is actually with the Blue Jays. I think it was in 2000. To correct me if I'm wrong, I think this was 2013, 2014, when Jose. It was Jose. What's his name?
Bautista.
Jose Bautista, when he hit that 3-run home run.
Yeah,
the bat flip,
the legendary bat flip.
Yep,
that was 2015. That was 2015.
Yeah, my bad. But do you remember how before that the other team was making mistakes because that stadium was literally shaking?
Yeah.
So now imagine that with a Red Sox game or a Yankees game in their stadium.
And you're playing your hated rivals.
So, like, it's really going to be right now, the playoff start for the Yankees. If they get these two games, I'm fully confident they're going to beat the Red Sox. If they lose one of these two games, now we're getting into territory where, like, okay, you won some games against the Red Sox, but you're going to their home territory.
Yeah. And you want another reason you want a game at Yankee Stadium is because of how Gerrit Cole has pitched recently. Because we saw the one game they did lose was Gerrit Cole pitched, and he did not look good.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of speculation that apparently, like, since his hamstring injury, remember that time where he got hurt with the hamstring?
Yeah.
Since that injury, his ERA is like a 6. So Gerrit Cole has been shaky. So now a lot of people are thinking, oh, should he stakes the pitcher in the wild card game? You're still pitching Gerrit Cole in the wild card game.
He's very good.
Like he's like that's the reason why you paid him like all this money. Like he's your ace, he's your go-to guy. Like I don't care. Yes, he has struggled, but you have to I think you have complete confidence in Gerrit Cole in that situation. So, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Yeah, having that game at Yankee Stadium, would make. I'm sure Gerrit Cole would much rather pitch that game at Yankee Stadium rather than go to especially Fenway and have to pitch there. So that's another reason why you want that game at Yankee Stadium. So that's why Yankees I want to say they have to win both those games, but they can't get swept. They can't get swept because let's say you win one of those games and then you just win one of those games. All you need is Boston to just lose one of the next two.
No, but here's the problem. The Boston, they're versing the Nationals, correct?
Exactly, and they're versing the Nationals.
I've never heard of the Nationals before. So how do
they won the World Series in 2019, though?
In 2019, they won the World Series. We're in 2021, Adam. Where are they now?
They're in last place.
Okay, so I don't want to hear about, in 2019, they were in the World Series. Okay, in 2020, who won the World Series?
Los Angeles Dodgers.
All right, Los Angeles Dodgers are good.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I thought it was the Angels. All right.
Okay,
I'm stupid.
Okay,
don't judge me.
Okay.
But my point is the Nationals, the Nationals are not what they used to be, and they're not going to be good. So I wouldn't have faith in the Red Sox losing against the Nationals.
Exactly. You can't bet on that.
Series.
Yeah, the Yankees are. I said before, they can't say they don't control their own destiny. They can't say that. The Yankees absolutely do control their destiny. All they need to do is you have to win at least one of these next 2 days, or either ideally win both these next 2 games. The Yankees have to play these next couple games like they are playoff games, where losses you can only afford so many losses in the playoffs. So you have to treat these games like they're playoff games. I feel
pretty much, yeah. That's the only way.
All right, Michael. If you have anything left to say, then we got
the Phillies.
Yeah, unfortunately, Alexander Reich, your Philadelphia Phillies are eliminated. They got swept by the Atlanta Braves. So, Alex, the floor is yours. What a shame.
This is what I've expected to happen. I wasn't surprised that they would get swept. The Braves are a tremendous team this year, and it's a very competitive team. And I just think that they are a bigger threat than people think they are. And I think that even though they got swept, they got a ton of things to look forward to next season. And I saw on Twitter that Joe Girardi will be the general manager for the 2022 season. So,
really?
Yeah. So it seems like he's a lock for them next year, and I'm very curious to know what the rotation is going to be like for the bullpen next year. And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to get off topic talking about next year, but I just feel like this year's playoffs is going to be a very unique one because, like, there's been a ton of upsets and a lot of base running in the past months over the course of the season. And I won't be surprised if, like, let's say Dodgers play St. Louis or someone.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be a matchup. Dodgers and St. Louis.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if St. Louis comes out and just completely surprises everyone because they've been playing terrific baseball the past 30 games or so. And I feel like they could be a big threat to the West, even though the West is very, very deep. And I just think that it's gotten to the point where I have no clue what will happen in the coming weeks. And that's what's best about baseball is that you have no clue of what games is going to be like, and you have the chance to look forward to playoff baseball in October. And I'm really excited to watch playoffs this year, even though my team is out. But I'm very curious to see what's going to happen in the coming days when each matchup for each division is complete and we know who's going to play who. Yeah. And I think it's going to be a very entertaining postseason. And yeah, that's it.
I definitely think like Joe Girardi is definitely going to return. Like I'd be shocked if the Phillies let him go, but because here's the thing. Like you gotta look at the fact that the Phillies are actually able to be competitive. Like I think like you have to take sponsors that. Yeah, yes, you're in a crappy division, but you still like you still like have. I still think there's some positives like the Phillies like should take away from the season from actually being competitive, actually playing meaningful games down the stretch. Mm-hmm. And credits to the Braves, man. I mean, I remember earlier in the year when the Braves stunk, and we all thought like, "Oh, what happened to the Braves?" Like, because I picked them to, for the record, I actually picked them to win the World Series this year coming into the year, and I thought like, "What happened there?" And now they're actually starting to like play really good baseball, and then once you get into the playoffs, anything can happen. So, yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. It's gonna be a very, very entertaining like MLB playoff. So. But yeah, stay tuned for next episode because by then all the playoff teams will be stale. So stay tuned for next episode where we're gonna have our 2021 MLB playoff predictions.
Listen, all I'm saying, spoiler alert, the Yankees winning the World Series. That's all I gotta say.
That may or may not be my pick as well, Sam. That may or may not be a pick as well. And Alex here is probably going to pick the Yankees getting eliminated in the wild card game. I know that's exactly what he's going to do.
He's going to say the Yankees aren't even in the playoffs.
Not after last night's game.
Oh.
So let me just get this straight. Your Phillies. What happened to them?
I'm telling you, Sam, he cares more about the Yankees than the Phillies winning. I've told you this before. It's the reason why I almost lost a new hat to him.
Oh no, I know this. Don't worry, I'm going to be having a lot of fun with the Philadelphia 76ers when they start losing. I'm going to have a lot of fun.
Oh, shit just got real, nigga. Shit just got real.
Trust me, he's going to be able to roast me just as easily with my Pelicans. In fact, he's probably going to be able to roast me even more. So,
yo,
right.
Honestly, Sam, why did I wait so long to invite you on this podcast? You have been a gem so far. I mean, having this guy on this podcast, having you on this podcast is just like probably the best decision I made all year, and I only wished I had made it sooner.
He's like another version of me.
That's actually accurate.
Outspoken, doesn't give a fuck. Yep, he's me, all right. He's just the white person. I think
I was gonna say he's the white Michael Cunningham.
You're damn right.
That wasn't racist, right, Michael?
No, he is the white version of me. He is the white me. I'm like, yo, Sam, let me see your face, brother. It's like looking in the mirror. It's like looking in the mirror. He's just the white version of me.
Okay.
All right, boy.
All right, guys. You know what time it is. Like, we're running low on time, so it's time for our bets of the episode.
Okay.
Guess what, guys?
Give me a second. I need to look up the WNBA.
Okay. I already wrote. I mean, are you picking a WNBA game, Sam?
Yeah, I'm picking a WNBA game.
Okay. But we're recapping last episode so far. Recapping last episode, guys. Except aside from Marcellus, all of us lost. Marcellus had the Cowboys over the Eagles on money line on Monday Night Football, and Cowboys beat the Eagles.
We had the Cowboys too.
And also from episode 43, Michael, you won your bet from episode 43, so you add both you and Marcellus add 5.3 points to your totals. But as far as episode 44 goes, everyone else, yes, us. Both me and Sam had the Yankees over the Blue Jays on money line. The only problem is we picked the Wednesday game, which is the game they lost. So we both take L's. Alex, my friend, you had the A's over the Mariners. I believe also on Wednesday they beat the Mariners beat the A's that game. So you take an L. Our friend Chris, who unfortunately couldn't make this episode, had the Phillies over the Braves on money line. It doesn't matter which day it is, since they got swept. I mean, it was a Tuesday, but it doesn't really matter. So, and Michael, you had the Mercury over the Aces in the WNBA, but unfortunately, the Aces beat Mercury. So, Michael, you take an L. So, to update the standings, guys, we have a new ringleader. Mr. Michael Cunningham, you are back in first place.
Yeah.
24-20 record, 213.34 points.
Take my women, family. Come on.
I know one that's gonna be able to win tomorrow at 1 p.m. So
okay. Our friend Chris is in second place, 22-22 record, 211.66 points. I, by some miracle, remain third place, 18-26 record, 189.66 points. Marcellus remains in fourth place, 25-19 record, 173.05 points. Sam, you're in fifth place, 23-21 record, 170.59 points. Alex, my friend, guess what? You're still in last place, 15-28 record, 101.6.
Damn. 15-28.
Yeah, he had like a 10-bet losing streak at one point, so that explains why.
Oh, that's rough. Even for me, that's rough.
I've been in my last let me check here. In my last in my last 8 bets, I'm 1-7.
Oh, that's brutal, bitch.
Jesus.
Y'all need Jesus.
All right. So hopefully I could turn around, guys. And you know what? They say a wise man once said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
What are you, Albert Einstein now?
So you're going to choose the Yankees against the Rays?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
But last NFL week, I picked the Chiefs over the Chargers on the spread.
Oh no!
And you don't know how that ended.
You're just gonna make Chris's team lose.
But I'm looking at the Chiefs again. I'm looking right back at the Chiefs.
Adam, Chris will hate you if they lose. So don't do it.
But I'm looking. You know what the Chiefs are playing? They're playing the Philadelphia Eagles, which I'm gonna be honest, like I'm not buying into the fact that they're I think they're just not a good team. I know they won week 1, but let's be honest, guys. The Philadelphia Eagles are not a good team.
Alex,
they are not going to be a good team this year. And I'm looking at a spread. It's -7. I would love, I think the Chiefs will definitely win this game by more than a touchdown. Yes, it's on the road, but you know what? The Chiefs, they're arguably the best team, definitely one of the best teams in football. Going up against as a mediocre at best Philadelphia Eagles team. I'll take my chance with the spread. I'm going to take the Chiefs over the Eagles.
It's going to be really funny.
Giving the -7.
It's going to be really funny when the Chiefs lose to the Eagles, even though Patrick Mahomes throws for 400 yards. And then Chris just comes on here and says, my guy, why? You're on a 1-7 or 8 losing streak. Why did you bring the Chiefs into it twice?
Hey, Chris Kern, that Sam's being mean to you, bro. We love you, Chris.
Oh,
it's a battle of the fat boy. It's a battle of the fat boy.
All right. But guys, all right. Guess what? We do have Chris's bet. He texted to us. Guess what? He's taking the exact same bet as me. He's taking the Chiefs on the spread over the Eagles. So
listen, if it was just Chris taking it, I'd be like, all right, I think the Chiefs can win this because Patrick Mahomes. Adam, you took this. I'm not feeling too hot.
You a damn fool.
All right.
Alex, you up?
All right. But we also have Marcellus's pick. He's taking Washington, the football team, money line over Atlanta. All right, Alex, you're up.
Alex, I know it. Alex, think about it. It's Saturday. We got 1:00 football, homecoming weekend, brother. If you don't pick them, I'll pick them. Come on, Alex. Homecoming weekend, one game here we win. Come on, Alex. You got to.
I got another bet in mind.
Come on, Alex.
Don't pressure him, Michael. Let him pick his own bet.
I'm going to pick the Auburn Tigers money line.
Auburn Tigers?
In college football.
No, I know that. You're choosing Auburn over who?
Over LSU.
Are you nuts?
Oh, no. You do.
God.
LSU is really good.
That is the most stupidest bet you probably ever did.
I mean,
Ballsy.
Alex, I can't change your mind, but you know what? This is why your record is what it is.
This is why you're in last place in the first place.
That's why I wanted to make sure because he said Auburn. I was like, okay, who's Auburn versus? And he said LSU. I'm like, wait, what?
Alex, I love you, brother. Right? I love you, right?
And Auburn is ranked 22 in the top 25.
So Alex wants the upset.
No.
Oh, okay.
What's LSU ranked?
We haven't talked college football in a while.
LSU is not ranked.
Oh, so that's why he's going against LSU.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
I did not know that.
Now this bet actually now this bet actually makes more sense. So yeah, Alexander Reach, we apologize.
Alex,
I still think LSU is going to win.
LSU is 3-1, but they are not ranked.
Yeah, that means LSU is going to win.
It's always the non-ranked teams with big records that always win.
And the game is at LSU.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure LSU is going to win.
All right, so we'll find out. So, Sam, you're up.
I'm gonna follow what Mr. Cunningham did last week and do a WNBA game.
Thank you, brother.
I'm choosing the Connecticut Suns over the Chicago Sky.
Okay.
Brother Sam, I could have made a better bet my damn self, baby.
Yeah.
All right, Michael. Last up. Go ahead.
Hype me up, baby. Give me a hype up, Adam. What's my record, sweetheart?
You're in first place, my friend. 24-21, 213.34 points.
Adam, me and you have been talking about sports for the last 10 years, brother. We've been doing this bandit for 10 years, right?
Yep.
Ever since math class and Mr. Humanities class. You know what, Adam? There's a saying I go by. You gotta live for the moment. You know, I was drinking some college football. There's a game. Hold up.
Does Clementon play?
Alex, I really want to go head to head, but I'm not gonna do it. You know what, boys? Hold up. I've been thinking about it all day. I gotta say one thing. Go Dogs, go. Go Dogs, go. University of Georgia. Money line. Go Dogs, go.
Georgia over Arkansas money line.
That's actually pretty good.
The only problem is that Georgia is favored by 16.5, so you're probably not going to get that many points.
I'm going to go on the spread.
You want to do the spread?
Yeah, I'm getting greedy.
Okay, Georgia over Arkansas on the spread, 16.5.
And I'm also going to put a parlay.
Okay, same game parlay?
Yeah, same game parlay. I'm going to make it a same game parlay between Florida over Kentucky.
Both on the spread too? Florida over Kentucky?
Yeah, on the spread.
Okay.
Adam,
okay.
Nice, baby. Just call me the nation boy, baby.
Okay, I'm not going to stop you.
Woo, baby. I got to get it.
Okay, what's the spread for Florida? 7.5, all right?
Yeah, but sorry to interrupt, but for our viewers, man, you guys got to see this view right here. Sorry to interrupt, but this is the Aruba view.
Yeah, Michael is our friend is currently on vacation in Aruba, but he is so kind to join us from Aruba on vacation. So, Michael Cunningham, we greatly appreciate that.
Yo, guys, I've been a little drinking, so I don't know what I should have been doing the show.
Sam, we got to do a show from Ocean City one day.
Oh, okay. What's it called? Okay, October 1st. Remember that date.
Yeah.
All right. On the behalf.
All right, guys. That's all for our bets. That's all for this.
Let me do the outro.
All right. You can do it. Yeah, Michael, if you want, you can do our show. But again, Sam, Michael, you weren't here, but yesterday was Sam Morell's birthday. So, Sam, happy 20th birthday, my brother.
Thank you.
Sam, I will drink a shot of Hennessy in your honor.
Thank you, because I can't. Not yet.
You can't yet. One more year, my brother. One more year.
Don't be like Adam. Don't be a wussy like Adam. Don't be a punk and don't drink.
I don't drink, all right? And I'm proud of that.
All right.
All right, on the behalf of
all right, Michael, go ahead and do the outro. Go ahead.
At Get Your Game On, family, friends, and viewers, I'd like to thank my crazy colleague, my brother, Adam Grassani, my brother from another mother, Philly's own, Alexander Rich, and my new little brother, who happens to be my white sex double at the age of 20, named Sam Morell. And to our homeboys that couldn't be on the show today, Marcellus Murdock, my cousin, and Chris Kern. On behalf of Get Your Game On P, I'm Michael Cunningham. Thank you for watching. We will hope if you have a question, comment, or concern about our show, please stay on YouTube. We will comment and collect it and put it in a future episode. On behalf of it, this is Game On. This is Real. Stay lit, and we're out.